What's wrong, honey? You went up? You gonna come up and eat some more pizza? Yes, it's still Monday. I did manage to get the second video onto the phone with enough space that I can actually do all the editing. Hooray! Clearing up that splash pad video really helped. Do you want to go downstairs? Is that what you want? I'll open the door for you. I just have the door closed so that Buddy Perry doesn't come home and yell at us for having the blind open. That's all. You want to go downstairs? I let you out. You're not a prisoner. I don't expect you to sit around for 5 hours and, just watch me work in one spot. Ha 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 ha. Up. You going back up? Okay, go back up then. Yeah, I gave you more pizza. Yeah. You also have that still? You have that still? Okay. Yeah, you still got lots of stuff to munch on. You have your leftover treats from earlier. And I gave you more pizza, so enjoy, my baby. That's the last one of the pizza, though. I don't want you to eat too much. Make you sick. Worst thing is when you get to enjoy something nice and then you end up getting sick and then you don't end up enjoying it anymore so much. It always makes Daddy feel bad when that happens to you. Apologies. Pizza's getting cold. Wanted to try and munch a bit before it gets too cold. Although I suppose I can throw it in the oven downstairs when I start making the peanut butter cookies. But anyways, you're not here for that. It's Thursday. You're here for round 2 of New Set versus Old Set. After a thorough discussion with Snoop, I came to the agreement with Snoop that Spider-Man took round 1. It is a 1-0 lead for Spider-Man. Mainly because that mana dork. But I mean, there was also an insane number of legendaries in that pack last week. And Dominaria, it had a couple interesting cards, but it just really didn't put up the stuff to beat that last pack. That said, new week, new round, new slate. Hopefully, Dominaria can even it up and keep this thing interesting. But if not, we could be looking at our first landslide, folks. How crazy would that be? If you saw Dollarama on Tuesday, you will also note Dollarama draws a Destiny story on Tuesday. You will also note that we apparently are doing Spider-Man cards already in the Dollarama packs, which is pretty cool. Just double checking. I think there is a non-pack trick here. Oh, there is a pack trick. Shit. I always forget that. Okay. So, token, land, that. These are the ones I want back. Then there should be these, which are the rares. So it should go like that. Okay. In theory, we got the pack trick right this week. Starting out with a Steel Wrecking Ball. I do not care for this card that much. The more I see this card, the less I like it, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to put it in the middle, but honestly, it could go to the bottom at this point. Risky Research. 2 and a black, surveil 2, then draw 2 cards, you lose 2 life. I do like that one. That one actually is probably going to make the cut in my... Actually, you will have seen by now whether it did or not, but there's a good chance that one's making the cut into my Gix Commander Core Creator Challenge deck. Got another Passenger Ferry, too. Apparently, it's a very easy card to pull, but I like this one, actually. Whenever attacks, you may pay blue. If you do, another target attacking creature can't be blocked this turn, which is kind of neat. It only costs 2 to crew it, so it's not bad at all, as far as vehicles go. Lurking Lizards. 1 and a green for a 1/3 with trample, and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, you get put +1/+1 counter on this. Alright. City Pigeon. 1 white for a 1/1. When this thing leaves the battlefield, create a food token. It's okay. I mean, Snoop made a good appeal for loving this card. I'm honestly still not convinced it's that great. If you can blink it, it's amazing. Otherwise, it's a 1/1 that flies. There's lots of 1/1s that fly. I'll still put it up top just for Snoop, though. Subway Train. First time I pulled this, it's a 3/1. That's awful. 2. When this vehicle enters, you can pay green. If you do, search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Yeah. Cur 2, not bad, but the 1/3/1 is why it's going to the bottom. Ooh, we got another Spider-Man Whip Slinger. Neat. I mean, it's a decent card for returning something to your hand so that you can replay it for its ETB trigger, but otherwise, not the best legendary. 3/3 for 2 and a white. Not terrible, but not amazing. Ooh, I was wanting to pull a Kraven, though. I like Kraven. He's fun. He's actually my favorite Spider-Man villain, aside from maybe Venom itself. And Doc Ock, I suppose. Anyways, 1 green red, and it's star 4. Vigilance. Kraven's power is equal to the greatest mana value among permanents you control. Nice. Top of the food chain. I like that. Morbius, the Living Vampire. Ooh. Vampire Scientist Villain. Did you guys get a good look at Kraven? I hope so. Kraven. 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 Okay. Morbius looks pretty cool too, though. And it is Halloween themed, so nice. On point for this week. 2 blue, black. 3/1. Terrible. But Flying Vigilance and Lifelink is insane stats. Pay blue and black, exile this card from your graveyard, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. I really wish that was flipped, which is why I would mid-range that compared to the other. I would probably mid-range this one actually too. If I was going to do this properly, it would be like this. And he would get there. Web Crawl is fun, but it only works in a deck that likes spiders, really. So I am building 1 spider deck for sure, but I don't need extra copies of this because I don't know if I'm going to actually build a Spider-Man themed deck yet or not. I really don't. If I pull like the one that's 5 colors, maybe I would do it, but it's still a decent enough card in a spider deck for sure. It's definitely mid-range outside of that though. Whoosh. 1 in a blue. Kicker, 1 in a blue. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If it was kicked, draw a card. Yeah. It is instant speed, which I like, but still, yeah. Alright, we've hit the token, which means we're hitting the good stuff now. So, we got our food on the back side of this token, which is a hot dog. Kind of neat. Sort of, but not really. Again, things that really don't belong in Magic. Robot, on the other hand, looks really cool. 1/1 with flying. I like it. We got our forest for our land. I do like the artwork on the forest. Again, New York City. And again, I mean, I'm so stoked for Ninja Turtles, but I really don't want it to be in New York City. I would rather see all my characters that I love get pulled into the Magic realm somehow, instead of us going to their realms, because that just feels less magic-y to me. Anyways, Wraith Vicious Vigilante, sorry. Can't speak. Double Strike, 1/1 for 1 blue and white, and Fear Gas can't be blocked. Interesting. No, wait. Wraith can't be blocked. I'm not sure if that means she can't be blocked, or that means that Wraith as in a creature type. Is there a Wraith creature type? Somebody's going to have to explain to me in the comments, or I'll have to search it later myself. If there's a Wraith creature type, that makes sense. If not, I guess this thing can't be blocked, in which case it has double strike, so you can always do 2 damage. Makes it an insane commander. And Symbiote Spider-Man. Ooh, that's cool. 2 and a blue or black for a 2/4. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player. Look at that many cards from the top of your library. Put one into your hand and the rest in your graveyard. Okay. 2 in a blue or black. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Gains this card's other abilities. Interesting. Very cool legendary to finish off on. I mean, the pack had a decent number of good stuff in it for sure. And you know what? I'm going to move Mobius back up here. Why not? I know 3-1 is usually something I absolutely hate, but Flying Vigilance Lifelink is pretty solid. There's a good chance he's going to at least get a few hits in before he gets blocked by something, if you're playing smart. Anyways, I don't know if this has any real hope of beating it. Did you eat all your stuff again? Good boogie. Oh, Marrowbone. Marrowbone! Yeah. Marrowbone. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. I love you, buddy. You're such a good puggy. Hum, hum, hum. Well, one pack down, one pack to go, and I don't have a lot of faith for Dominaria right now, to be perfectly honest with you guys. We're going to have to pull some seriously cool stuff out of this pack. Otherwise, I think it's going to be 2-0 for Spider-Man, because Kraven is my favorite, for sure, like I said. And I like the Symbiote Spider-Man. I think that's a really cool-looking card. I've always enjoyed that theme. And if this is truly double block and can't be blocked, or double strike with can't be blocked, that is insanity. Anyways. Let's see what you got, Dominaria. I can't remember if I have to do a pack trick for this one. Quick peek. No. Okay. Looks like we have either a token or an ad card, so we'll see what that is first. Is indeed a token. 2/2 Night Vigilance. Nice. Always good to have extra copies of that. Gitu Lava Runner. 1 for a 1/2. As long as there are 2 or more instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard, this thing gets +1/+0 and has haste. That's pretty decent, stat line wise. Kind of useless after its first turn that it comes in. Chances are it's going to get killed pretty quick, but meh, I'm still going to put it top. I like that. Grow from the Ashes. 2 and a green, kicker 2. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, and shuffle your library. If the spell was kicked, instead search your library for 2 basic land cards. Put them on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. I mean, you're getting a free land that doesn't come in tapped? No, it doesn't come in tapped. Okay. So you're getting an extra land onto the battlefield for landfall decks, which is good, for sure. A couple lands if you actually pay the kicker. You know what? I'm going to top it. What the heck? Cabal Evangel. 1 and a black for 2/2 with flavor text. All hail the Demon Lord Belzenlock. Evinkar of the Stronghold, Scion of Darkness, Doom of Fools, Lord of the Wastes, Master of the Ebon Hand, Eternal Patriarch of the Cabal, etc., etc., etc. And etc., etc. is going to get you right to here, because I really have no interest in playing that card. Home Raid Explorer, 3 and a blue, 3/3. What the heck is a Home Raid? When it enters battlefield, target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. I mean, that's cool. I like that. I'll put you top for that. Dub. I am always happy to pull an extra copy of Dub. Gives the creature first strike, makes it a knight, and gives it +2/+2. Fervent Strike. 1 red. Instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike and haste until end of turn. Nice. Okay. Windgrace Acolyte. 4 in a black for a 3/2 flying cat warrior. Ooh. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard, then you gain 3 life. I'm going to admit that. In the right deck, that's going to be really useful. Gideon's Reproach. Are you trying to get more pizza? Is that what you're trying to do? I'll give you a little bit more, not too much. You've had a lot. I don't want you getting sick. Okay. I know. It's good, isn't it? I told you it was good. Yes, I got the special kind that you and I like. Pineapple pizza. I didn't want tomatoes today, I'm sorry. Alright. Where was I? Yes, here we were. Gideon's Reproach. 1 and a white, this thing deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature instant speed. Decent. Navigator's Compass. Enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Tap until end of turn, target land you control becomes the basic land type of your choice in addition to its other types. Neat. Fungal Infection. Black. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Create a green sapperling creature token. Nice. The Eldest Reborn. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each opponent discards a card. Put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under... Ooh. I like that a lot. Costs a decent chunk to get into play, but if you can get all the way to part 3 without it getting wiped out, that's insanely cool. Board the Weatherlight. 1 and a white. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Reveal a historic card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Ooh, legendary creature from this pack. Slinvoda, sorry. Slinvoda the Rising Deep. 6 and 2 blue for an 8/8 Leviathan. Kicker 1 and a blue. When this thing enters the battlefield, it was kicked, return all creatures to their owner's hands, except for merfolk, krakens, leviathans, octopuses, and serpents. Nice. I know what kind of crazy nonsense deck I want to build with this thing. Ooh, and we got a legendary sorcery too. Jaya's Immolating Inferno. X into red. Deals X damage to each of up to 3 targets. Nice, you could hit all your opponents and pay a massive amount of mana as long as you control a legendary creature or planeswalker. Cool. And a forest. I mean, I don't know, guys. Like, yes, you could say Spider-Man has lots of legendaries, and that's really cool. I'll give you that. But honestly, I think that's the pull of the day. I think that has to be the pull of the day. If you have enough mana, in theory, and in the right deck, in theory, you could duplicate this spell and deal so much damage to all your opponents at once with one spell if you can pull it off. That's pretty insane. I think I'm going to give it to Dominaria. I think we have a 1-1 tie. I mean, we have a decent number of stuff up here too. Even the Eldest Reborn, that's insane. The fungal infection is really cool for me in terms of I like sapperlings and stuff. Grow from the Ashes is a good one too. Like, we got some decent stuff in here. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Dominaria today. As much as I love Kraven, I don't think Spider-Man has it. We'll see what Snoop says in the comments. Maybe he can argue me into giving this a tie, but I'm giving this to Dominaria. At least in the video. Anyways, I promised Kaiba that after I finish the second video, we would go downstairs and we'd make peanut butter cookies. And we'd go sit outside. So, we're going to go do those things now. And we hope that you guys have a lovely rest of your afternoon. I know for you guys it's Thursday, but for us it's Monday. And we still have time before my dad gets home, so we're going to enjoy it. From Kaiba over here, and I to you, take care. Much love to you all. And, yeah, that's all I got for you. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.